grip, the interlocking grip, or the 10-finger grip. It doesn't matter which one of these grips you use as long as next would be ball position. For your irons, you should play the ball very close to the middle of your stance, right? Equidistance between your feet, and that would put your hands a little bit left to center. For fairway woods and long irons, 2 and 3 iron, 3, 5, and 7 woods off the ground, the ball would be a little bit farther forward, closer to your left heel, several inches behind your left heel, depending on the width of your stance. Now, instead of your hands being in front of the ball, we just move the club head and the hands would be about even with the ball. We'd want to sweep the ball a little bit more with a fairway wood. With an iron, we want to strike it on the downswing just a little bit, just before the club reaches bottom. Now, for a tee shot with a wood, we want to play the ball opposite our left heel, okay? And again, we don't move anything but the club head. We don't move our hands this way. A lot of people move their hands that way. Move the club head. For a tee shot, your hands would actually be a little bit behind the golf ball. So you only have one golf swing and strike the ball at 3 different points in the swing, and that gives you the optimum performance of each of those clubs. Grip, knit your hands together, and your hands can work as a unit. Now, in the right hand, the club goes in mid-finger, just like this. Not deep in the fingers, not in the tips of the fingers. Mid-finger, wrap the fingers around it. The groove of the right palm covers the left thumb, and the right thumb goes slightly to the left of center. So your left thumb is right of center, and your right thumb is left of center, knitting your hands together. Now, that's a good grip right there, no gaps. Without the grip, you cannot really control the face of the club, which really makes the ball go in the direction you want it to. So without a good grip, there's no sense in me talking about the setup and the posture. So you really want to work on that and stay with that until you get it. Okay, now once you have the grip, the next thing would be your posture. How do you stand to a golf ball? Now, if I would take just a good athletic position, slight flex in my legs, my fanny's sticking out just a bit, I'm tilted forward from the hips, my arms are hanging down vertically from my shoulders, and the weight's on the balls of my feet. This is a good setup position. A good way to do it would be to take the club, hold your grip, lock your legs, tilt down, push your fanny out. Now relax your legs. And you want to feel in a good athletic position. You're not on your heels and you're not on your toes. In the face-on view, you'll see that your right shoulder is lower than your left because your right hand is on the club lower than your left, and your head is a little bit behind the ball again because your right hand is lower. If your right hand was the same, your head would be in the middle. But your head is behind the ball. In any stroke you make in any sport, your head is behind the ball when you strike it. So you must start with your head behind the ball. Okay, so that's grip and posture. Next would be alignment. In alignment, as you can see, I have 2 little poles on the ground here. A lot of people misunderstand alignment. They think that their body is aiming at the target. The only thing that's aiming at the target would be the club face. So the club face is square to the target line, but the body is parallel left. As you can see, one rail here would represent the target line, and one rail would represent the body line. So you are not aiming for the target, or you would be turned close to the ball. You want to be parallel to it. A line across your toes, knees, hips, and shoulders would be parallel to your target line. Your club face is on the target line. So you should always practice with visual aids on the ground to let you know that you're standing correctly. Always do that in practice, because improper practice is going to create improper habits on the golf course, and you're not going to get anywhere by practicing incorrectly. Now, when on the golf course, it's a whole different story because you do not have the rails anymore. You don't have any visual aids, but you still should use them in practice. When on the golf course, stand behind your golf ball, visualize your target line. See if you can see and paint a line in your mind with your favorite color from the pin to the flag. From the flag to the golf ball. Approach your golf ball and place the leading edge of your club perpendicular to that target line that you see. Now, once you place that leading edge perpendicular, the club will tell you where to stand. So if your club is like this, you'll stand like this. If my club was like this, I'd know to stand like that. So that takes some time. As advanced players really need to work on that, and even any level of player. But practice correctly and use that formula on the golf course, and you'll be able to align yourself properly. Doesn't matter how good your swing gets. If it's aimed improperly, the ball's going to go to the wrong place, and you're going to develop compensations in your swing that are not going to work.